Welcome back to the Game-like Training Classroom. Now, I know I promised you we were about to go into more detail regarding the science and research that backs up OSVEA, but before we do that, we're going to talk metacognition. Metacognition is extremely important if you want to help a player evolve their thought processes. The definition of metacognition is awareness of one's own thought processes. And often, the players I work with, this is a big area for development. They're actually very unaware of the thought processes that they currently have. So, before we can even start to begin to help a player evolve their OSVEA or their pre-shot routine, we must first engage in helping them develop their metacognitive processes. So let's get practical. I want to give you 2 tasks that I ask my students to engage in that I believe helps them develop their metacognitive processes and lays a solid foundation to build an incredible OSVEA from. The first one is called Thought Tracker. So, Thought Tracker is an on-course challenge. And what we ask players to do is take a thought tracker sheet out to the golf course with them, take a red pen, a green pen, and an actual biro, and record 4 things. If they have a positive thought, they put a green dot on the paper. If they have a negative thought, they put a red dot on the paper. If they have an outcome-orientated thought, they draw an O, and if they have a process-orientated thought, they write a P. And the goal of Thought Tracker is to help students identify the cognitive patterns that they currently run. A student that is repeatedly using the red pen and drawing O's on the paper will start to discover they're way more negative and outcome focused than maybe they realized. Because a lot of these mental patterns that we run, both in life and on the golf course, are automated. So a student that's using the red pen a lot, writing a lot of O's, sees that they're negatively focused, sees that they're outcome orientated. Hopefully, via the education that you've given them, they understand if they want to take their golf game to the higher level, they have to be more process orientated and more positive. This can help them recognize these patterns and lay the foundation to break them and install new patterns in the form of an OSVEA pre-shot routine. The second practical task that I ask my students to engage in is meditation. Meditation has been scientifically proven to reduce stress, control anxiety, promote emotional health, and help individuals develop metacognition. Meditation comes really in 2 forms. It can be guided. This is where you would hear a practitioner's voice and meditate in response to what they say. Perhaps this would be in a classroom setting or maybe on a recording from, say, a YouTube video. The second type is non-guided, and this is more about mindfulness and about engaging in being aware of the thoughts that you're having with no practitioner present. As with anything, there's a learning continuum. Meditation is no different. So guided meditation can be a great place to start. I see guided meditation as a bit like when someone's learning to ride a bike. They put stabilizers on. And that's what guided meditation is. It's the stabilizers. The practitioner's voice helps guide you through the meditative process. The way that I tend to use guided meditation in my coaching is as part of a warm-up. Often players will warm up physically, but they won't warm up mentally. So I'll use guided meditation to try and help them, number 1, develop metacognition, but also get the mind and body connected, ready for today's training session. It looks a little bit like this. So, as part of today's warm-up, we're going to warm up the mind as well as the body. Alright, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and for the next 20 seconds, I want you to just focus on your breathing. I want you to breathe in through your nose for 4, and out through your mouth for 4. Okay, in through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. In through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. In through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I want you to hold the golf club. I want you to close your eyes again and just feel the grip. Okay. So for the next 20 seconds, I just want you to feel the grip. So move your hands around the club. Really focus on how that grip feels in your hands. Feel the weight of the club. Really feel that grip. Get to know that grip. Make it lighter in your hands. Now make it heavier in your hands. Grip it hard. Soften up. Okay, grip it really soft. Okay, cool. Now for the next 20 seconds, all I want you to do is I want you to picture a golf flag in your mind. Okay, so see the flag. Make that image brighter. Make that image clearer. Make that image bigger. Really see that flag. Make it clearer and brighter. And then as soon as you're ready, I'm going to do one more thing. I want you to spend the next 20 seconds imagining the best golf shot you've ever hit. Okay? I want you to see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt. So the best golf shot you've ever hit. Make that picture bright and clear. See what you saw, feel what you felt, hear what you heard. And if you need to, you can even start to make some practice swings, feeling what you felt when you hit that shot. Feel what you felt, see what you saw, hear what you heard. And when you're ready, just take those feelings in and just hit this golf ball. Non-guided meditation is different, and some would argue that it's actually harder than guided meditation. This is a bit like taking the stabilizers off the bicycle and asking the student to freewheel. Non-guided meditation is more about awareness of thoughts, allowing a thought to come into your mind, acknowledging the thought, and then letting it pass. Or as you feel sensations in your body, like maybe an itch on your left foot, or maybe you have a slight pain in your left shoulder, engaging deeper into that feeling, becoming more aware of it, and really prolonging that sensation. That's another way that non-guided meditation can happen. The way I like to use non-guided meditation in my coaching is actually as a psychological intervention in between shots on the golf course. It looks a little bit like this.
Time in the tournament, I 3-putted, and I'm timid about it.
Okay, awesome. So this is great.
Yeah.
The goal of what I'm asking you to do, this is a form of non-guided meditation. Mm-hmm. And the goal of non-guided meditation isn't to get rid of thoughts or help you not have any thoughts.
Right.
It's to create mindfulness where you're aware of these thoughts. So the fact that you've gone from there to here and then you've recognized that thought is great. It's like a bicep curl for the brain. You've just become more self-aware. So now what I want you to do is I want you to reframe that thought. So at the minute you've had it, is it possible for you to put a positive spin onto that thought?
Probably just maybe focusing more on the speed of the putt and just embracing that challenge of the speed.
So why speed? Why have you been drawn to speed?
Because last time during the tournament when I 3-putted, my speed was way off.
Okay.
Blew past the hole.
Okay, cool. So actually that the negative experience that you've clung on to and had the awareness of the thought about, it could potentially drive a positive process and a positive outcome when we get to the green.
Cool.
Okay? Awesome, good job. So back into it. And this is a strategy that you can use in tournament play. So between shots, really focusing on your breathing, focusing on your feet on the floor. And when you have these thoughts that maybe are slightly negative or outcome orientated, try reframe them in your mind and then get back into that moment, back into the present with your breathing and the way that you're walking. Okay, ready? Let's go. So there we have it. 2 ways to help a student develop their metacognitive processes, get more engaged and aware with the thoughts that they're currently having, helping them develop self-awareness. Now, the way I've shown you how to use Thought Tracker, guided meditation, and non-guided meditation were quite generic. Please understand that every player is an individual and every player has different goals. So if you're dealing with a tour player, raising the standards of Thought Tracker and perhaps expecting them to engage in some form of guided meditation or non-guided meditation as a daily practice away from the golf course could be a great strategy. Dealing with a junior golfer that maybe is undecided how they want to engage in the sport of golf, plays many other sports, has many other interests, maybe the way you proceed with them is just guided meditation as a warm-up. But please take the information I'm giving you. You know your players far better than I do, and adapt it. Adapt it to their needs and their goals. Okay, cool. So that covers metacognition. Now, as I promised out on the golf course, let's get down to it. The science and research that supports OSVEA, the 5 components of a golf shot.